Good morning. Today's lesson we were going to be reviewing for our Chapter 4 test review. Number 1. Kendra has 4 necklaces, 7 bracelets, and 5 rings. Draw a model to show the ratio that compares the rings to the bracelets. So there are 5 rings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as far as the bracelets, there are 7 bracelets. I'm going to draw the bracelets with a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that could be a model to represent the 5 rings to 7 bracelets. There are 3 girls and 2 boys taking swim lessons. Write a ratio that compares the girls taking swim lessons to the total number of students taking swim lessons. So there are 3 girls to 2 boys, so I can write my ratio like this. Or I could write 3 to 2. Or I can say 3 to 2. Luis adds 3 strawberries for every 2 blueberries in his fruit smoothie. Draw a model to show the ratio that compares strawberries to blueberries. So we've got 3 for every 2. So 3 to 2. Or again, I can say 3 to 2. Or I can say 3 to 2. And if I'm drawing a model, I would draw 3. And let me change the color here. To 2. The next one asks us to write a ratio 3 to 10 in 2 different ways. Well, I could write it 3 with my colon to 10, or I could say 3 to 10, or I could say 3 to 10. Alex takes 3 steps every 5 feet he walks. As Alex continues walking, he takes more steps and walks longer distance. Complete the table by writing 2 equivalent ratios. So if he took 9 steps, 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 5 is 15. So I could have 9 to 15. I could also do 12. So if I did 3 times 4, I would get 12. What I did at the top, I do the bottom. So 5 times 4 is 20. So another equivalent fraction would be 12/20. Sam has 3 green apples and 4 red apples. Select the ratio that compare the number of red apples to the total number of apples. Mark all that apply. So the numbers that I'm looking for are 3 to 4. Green and red, but this one wants me to compare just the red, so that would be this number 4, to the total number. Well, the total number is 4 plus 3, so it's 7. So I'm looking to compare a 4 and a 7. So I could do 4 to 7. I could do 4:7. Not this one. No. And I could do 4/7. Because these are the 2 numbers, and they need to be in this order. If I'm comparing the 4 red apples to the total number, which is 4 plus 3, which is 7. Jeff ran 2 miles in 12 minutes. Ju Chan ran 3 miles in 18 minutes. Did Jeff and Ju Chan run the same number of miles per minute? Complete the table of equivalent ratios to support your answers. So we have 2 to 12. So if I multiplied the top and the bottom by 2, I would get 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 12 is 24. So that is 1 equivalent fraction. Now, if I wanted to multiply it by 3, I do the top and the bottom by 3. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 12 is 36. Now I'm going to do 4. So 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 12 is 48. All right, now let's look at Ju-Chan. So again, I'm going to do it times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 18 times 2 is 36. Now I'm going to multiply. So basically what I did was I multiplied these ones by 2, these ones by 3, and these ones by 4. And you could keep going to get more and more equivalent fractions. So now I'm on the times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 18 is 54. and now I'm on the 4. So 4 times 3 is 12, and then 4 times 18 is 72. So now I'm looking to see if they ever had the same number of miles per minute. So we've got 4 over 24. I don't see that. 6 over 36. Look at that. It is here and it is here. And I don't have 8 over 48. So yes, they both ran 6 over 36. So they both ran 6 miles in 36 minutes. Okay, number 8. Jen bought 2 notebooks for $10. Write the rate as a fraction and then find the unit rate. So 2 notebooks for $10, right? So I'm going to put my $10 here. And first I need to find out how much one notebook is. So in order for the bottom to be 1, 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top to make it equal. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that means that one notebook was $5, right? So 5 to 1 is going to be my unit rate. Or you could say 5 to 1, or you can write it out 5 to 1. That is going to be my unit rate. Usually we do unit rates in fractions and we don't do them like this. Okay, determine whether each ratio is equivalent to 1/2, 2/3, or 4/7. So the easiest is probably to look at the 1/2 first. So if I'm looking 6 over 9, no, that's not a half. 4 over 8, yeah, because 2 can go into 4 times 2 is 2 goes into 4 and 2 goes into 8, and you'll end up getting 1/2. So this is going to be 4/8. So that one is done. 7/14. Yeah, if I double 7, I get 14. So 7/14. 20 35s. Yeah, if I double 20, I'm not going to get 35. 40 over 80. Yeah, if I double 40, I'm going to get 80. So that's going to be 1/2 because 40 goes into 41 time and 40 goes into 82 times. So 40 over 80 is also 1/2. That one's probably the easiest one. Now we've narrowed it down. So now we need to see 2/3. Well, if I'm looking over here, in order to make this bottom number, because we do know that 3 and 9, they are, factor families, right? But in order to make 3 be a 9 be a 3, I'd have to divide it by 3. And if I divided it by 3, then I would divide the top by 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So yeah, that's 2/3. So I'm going to kind of look at the same little fact over here. I know that 3 cannot go into 35, so there's no way that that could be right. 3 can't go into 14, so I know that one's not going to be right. 3 can go into 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So if I did 6 divided by 2, and I got 3, then I also have to do the top. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And look at that, 2/3. So this is going to be 4/6. I know 3 can go into 12, and it goes in 4 times. So if I divide the top and bottom by 4 on both of these, I get 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top. So that is 2/3. So this one is also 2/3. Now by process of elimination, I already know that this is going to be 8/14 and 20 35s. You could also work out the problems the same way on those, but because we've already done the others. I almost bought 5 cantaloupes for $8. How many cantaloupes can he buy for $24? Show your work. So first of all, I'm going to have my 5 of them for $8. So we're trying to find the equivalent ratio, and we know that we want this bottom number to be $24, but we do not know this top number. Well, I know that 8 times 3 is 24. So if I multiply the bottom by 3 to make 24, I multiply the top by 3 to make what my top number is going to be, and 3 times 5 is 15. So that means this C is 15. So you can get 15 cantaloupes for $24. All right, Camelia said that 4/5 is equivalent to 24/30. Check her work by making a table. So again, I'm going to multiply this one by 2, this one by 3, this one by 4, this one by 5, and this one by 6. So that means my top and bottom number are going to be multiplied by that. So 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 5, or 5 times 2 is 10. Now I'm multiplying by 3. 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15. Now I'm on 4s. 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20. Now I'm on my 5s. 5 times 4 is 20, and 5 times 5 is 25. Now I'm on my 6s. 6 times 6 is 24, and 6 times 5 is 30. And I was looking to see if 24 30s is an equivalent ratio, and sure enough, it is. Yes. A box of oat cereal cost $3.90 for 15 ounces. A box of rice cereal cost $3.30 for 11 ounces. Which box of cereal costs less per ounce? Use the numbers and the words to explain your answer. So we need to find the unit rate. So we're going to do our cost for the box of oats, which is $3.90 for 15 ounces. And then our rice cereal is $3.30 for 11 ounces. So we need to find out how much it cost for 1 ounce. So we're going to divide. So we're going to divide $3.90 by 15. 15 can't go into 3, but 15 can go into 39. It goes in 2 times. 2 times 15 is 30. I subtract. I've got my 9. Bring down my 0. 15 goes into 90. And that goes in 6 times. 6 times 15 is 90. So I get a 0 here. So, and I make sure I put my decimal. So then that means that it is 26 cents for 1 ounce. And then on this side, we've got $3.30 divided by 11. 11 can't go into 3, but 11 goes into 33 3 times evenly. Make sure I put my decimal. 3 times 11 is 33. I subtract. I get nothing. Bring down my 0. I have nothing. So I have 30 cents. So then that means that this is 30 cents for 1 unit. So obviously, I'd rather pay 26 cents than 30 cents, right? So then that means that my box of oats is the one that cost the least per ounce. So make sure you write that down, right? So Scotty earns $35 for babysitting for 5 hours. If Scotty charges the same rate, how many hours will it take for him to earn $42? So again, I'm going to set up my equation. I've got 35 for 5 hours. And I want to know how much it's going to cost to get to $42. So I need to make my equivalent fraction. But I don't know how many hours that's going to take. So I'll put an H to represent hours. So now what I need to do, so to me, I like to find the unit rate. So if I can take the 35 and divide it by 5, so 35 divided by 5 is going to be 7 over 1, right? It's 35 divided by 5, it goes in 7 times, right? So my unit rate is 7 to 1. Well, if I know that my unit rate is 7 to 1, then that means I'm making $7 an hour, right? So at 5 hours, I was making 35. Well, I know that at 6 hours, I add $7 more, and I'm going to be making 42. So that's pretty easy. This one's going to be 6 hours. Okay, number 14 is asking us to find the unit rate for this unknown value. So I've got 42 to 14, and I know that 42 is changing to 9. Well, the unit rate, if I do 42 divided by 14, is 3. The next question says, Jenna saves $3 for every $13 she earns. Vanessa saves $6 for every $16 she earns. Is Jenna's ratio money saved to money earned the equivalent to Vanessa's money saved to money earned? So first we have Jenna's is $3 for every $13, and Vanessa's is $6 for every $16. So first we need to find the unit rate. Well, 3 and 6 are compatible, but 13 and 16 isn't. So this is not not an equivalent fraction. And so since it's not an equivalent fraction, then that means the ratio of money is not equal and it's also not equivalent. The Hendersons are on their way to National Park. They are traveling at a rate of 40 miles per hour. Use the ordered pairs to graph the distance over the traveled time. All right, so let's plot these points. We've got 40 distance and the time is an hour. So I'm going to go up to my distance, which is 40, and I'm going to go over to my 1 hour. Now let's plot this next group. We've got 80 is my distance, so I go up to 80, and I've got to go over to 2 hours. My next one is my distance is 120, and then I have to go over to 3 hours. My next one is 160, and I have to go over to 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. My next one is 200 is my distance, and I have to go over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is my graph chart. So Abby goes to the pool to swim laps. The graph shows how far Abby swam over time. Use the equivalent ratio to find out how far Abby swam in over 7 minutes. So we have our 1 minute is 50, 2 minutes is 100, 3 minutes is 150, 4 minutes is 200, 5 minutes is 250. So it looks like every minute we're going up an additional 50. So it's that if that's the case, then at 6 minutes, we should be at 300. And so then at 7 minutes, we're going to be at the 350. So it's going to be 350 meters, right? Because the unit rate is for every minute you're going 50 is your distance. A rabbit runs 35 miles per hour. Select the animal who runs at a faster unit rate per hour than the rabbit. Mark all that apply. So you really do need to find out how much it is in 1 hour to make sure that you can compare it. So the reindeer runs 100 miles per hour in 2 hours. So that's 100 to 2, but I want to get it down to 1. So I take 100 and divide it by 2, and I get 50 over 1. So 50 over 1 is definitely higher than 35 over 1. So this first one works. My next one is 80 miles in 2 hours. So again, 80 divided by 2 is going to be 40 over 1. And 40 is definitely bigger than 35, so this one is going to work. My next one is 90 over 3. 90 over 3. And when I divide 90 by 3, I get 30 over 1. And 30 is less than 35, so the zebra does not work. My squirrel is 36 miles in 3 hours, so 36 divided by 3 is 12, so basically 12 over 1. 12 is definitely less than 35, so that one does not work. Okay, moving on to number 19. Kayla bought 6 packs of pencils for $12. Part A, how much will he pay for 9 packs of pencils? Use the numbers and words to explain your answer. So he's going to pay $18 for the 9 packs. And the reason is that the unit rate, so we've got $12 over 6. If I take 12 divided by 6, I get 2. So it's 2 over 1 is going to be my unit rate. So with that being said, 9 times the 2 is 18. Therefore, he's going to pay $18 for the packs.